This is Supply House Times editor Mike Miazga here at the Southern Wholesalers Annual Convention in Panama City, Florida. I'm joined right now by ASA Director of Government Affairs, Dan Hilton. Nice to see you as always. A couple hours ago you gave a talk to the assembled wholesalers here. What was kind of your message to that group?
Well, this is sort of a Washington report, as I call it, a progress report, things that are going on in Washington that impact them, as well as things that we're doing on their behalf that to fight a lot of issues that are important to our members.
What, you being in Washington all the time on Capitol Hill there, where do things go, forward from here?
Well, that's a good question. Obviously, we have the national elections coming up, so there's a lot of lack of progress, a lot of posturing. Folks don't want to take tough votes when they have to run for re-election. On the flip side of that is they want to force their opponents to take tough votes and challenge each other on those records. Unfortunately for the stakeholder, the taxpayer, that doesn't equate to progress. That doesn't equate to making changes that the business owner just would like to see out of Washington.
A couple things, maybe you can go into a little bit more detail. Healthcare obviously
Sure.
Huge. LIFO obviously huge. What other types of stuff?
Well, those are good ones. LIFO as well as the Affordable Care Act. We talked about that in there. There's a lot of concerns over that. Whether LIFO will be repealed, what's going to happen with the end of the year with the fiscal cliff that's coming up. There's going to be a lot of spending that's going to be pulled from the economy, as well as a lot of scheduled tax increases that go up. If Congress does nothing, there's going to be tax rates that go up. Same thing with the Affordable Care Act. As we know, there's going to be a ruling coming from the Supreme Court this week. A lot of folks were wondering, what that ruling is going to mean for their businesses, and even when moving forward, what is the healthcare situation going to be like for their businesses under this new law?
From talking to that group in there, what kind of sense did you get? What kind of questions were being asked? What was kind of the pulse?
Well, the best thing I'd say, there's a lot of interest and a lot of engagement from the members. They're very interested in the advocacy role. A lot of that's based out of concern that they have. A lot of concerns they have from that inaction and that lack of progress that we talked about going on in Washington. So there is a lot of concerns over what the tax rates are going to be, what their health care policies are going to look like, and the mandates coming from Washington.
Certainly a lot of stuff, important stuff coming down the pike here in a couple of months. Always good to talk to you. And for more on the SWA convention, read the August issue of Supply House Times.